back with another video, folks, and I just want to wish each and every one of you guys a happy new year. I think 2021 is going to be a fantastic new year for everybody, and I just want to say a big thank you also to everybody who has supported me in this channel. I've just hit 3,000 subscribers on New Year's Day in 2021, so that's something to shout about and something to be super grateful for. Never ever expected to hit the heights of 3,000 subscribers. Never ever expected to get past 1, to be honest. So I'm really happy that you guys have stuck around and supported me through this whole journey. So there's going to be more to come in 2021. I'm excited about this channel, and I want to be obviously presenting more stuff to you guys. So I'm excited about some of the things that I've got coming. So I hope you guys stick around. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you'll see everything that's coming. So I thought in this video we'll do something completely different. I thought we would look at some of the polls I've been posting in the YouTube community, questions that I've been asking you guys, and I think you guys will find the response of the questions rather interesting, as I did. So let's jump into the first poll, and the first question that I asked on the community board was, what are your 2021 goals? Now obviously 2021, we'll all make new goals. I haven't this year, but the only goal I've made is I want to make sure that I have as much fun going forward in 2021 as I possibly can. 2020 was not the best for everybody, so going forward, 2021 has got to be as much fun as possible. That was mine. So your response to that question was 62% of you said you're going to take more images, which is ideal, which is great. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be out and about, away from the computer, behind the cameras, taking as many images as possible. So 100% agree with that. 5% said they're going to buy more gear. Yes, I will probably be in that 5%. No doubt during the year I will be buying more photography gear. I just love a gadget. I cannot help myself, and I know a lot of you guys cannot help yourselves either. So 5% of you also said you're going to be learning a new genre of photography. Now that's something I highly recommend anybody doing, is learning something brand new in photography, because it can elevate your photography so much, because there's so much to learn in photography. It's a lifelong journey. I would highly recommend just trying something new. So good on them 5% who are going to be learning a new genre of photography. Highly recommend. 14% said they're going to start their own business. Super excited for you guys. Honestly, being able to do something you love and getting paid for it is absolutely phenomenal. It probably will be the hardest thing you will ever do, starting your own business. I can guarantee you that, but it'll be the most enjoyable thing that you've probably ever done also. And you will reap the benefits once you just work hard at it. So good luck with that, guys. And 40% said they're going to give up photography and become wealthy. Yes, you probably could, and most of us probably could do that also by giving up photography, selling off all of our gear. We probably could be quite wealthy, to be honest. It's an expensive hobby, an expensive trade to be in. I was just having this conversation with I can't remember where it was. Somebody posted that, and he was now mentioning that obviously I think photography has to be one of the most expensive trades, if you want to call it that. It is a professional trade. One of the most expensive trades within all of the industries. When you look at joiners and plasterers and plumbers, it is super, super expensive. It really is. So yes, we could all do that, give it up and become wealthy, but we're not going to do that because we love photography. So this was just a bit of a fun question that I put up there to all the photographers. How many of you got photography gifts for Christmas? Well, I didn't get, actually no I did, I did actually get a photography gift off my wife. She bought me a Pluto trigger. So I want to start, you know, these little water droplets, and it has a laser on, that obviously you can detect stuff that moves. So I'm going to try and incorporate that into some of my product photography going forward this year. So I'm excited to use that. I'll probably do some sort of review or show you guys how I actually use it, if it works. I've never tried it. I haven't watched any reviews on it actually. I think there's another trigger you can get which is called the MyOps trigger, which is very similar. So we'll see how it works. I'll post on the community forum, and also probably post a video to show you how I get on using that also. 42% of you said you didn't get any photography gear for Christmas. Well, sometimes that happens. I hope you're going to be good in 2021. You never know. End of 2021, you might get something good for Christmas. 14% of you said you just got socks. 14% of photographers just got socks for Christmas. I actually did get socks also, but I also got a photography gift, so I'm feeling rather lucky this year, to be honest. So, but at least to keep your feet warm when you're out shooting in the cold. So this was another interesting question I was looking forward to seeing the responses. I asked photographers, how many of you print your images? 21% said they print their own images, which good on you. I've had a nightmare trying to get my prints set up right, so what I see on the screen, I see coming out of the print. I've calibrated the monitor and everything. So if there's anything you guys can add to making the process easier, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below on printing at home, to print your own prints, to get them looking like they do on the screen. I'd love to hear your thoughts. 30% said they have theirs printed at lab. That's what I've always done, but I kind of, sometimes just the colours aren't the same as what I'm seeing on my screen again. I think that's more down to me than it is the labs, but I'm not too sure because I'm kind of getting really close at home, and I've just recently sent off a test shot to a lab to see what that come back like and compare them side by side, and the ones from the lab didn't come back with the colours accurate at all like I did get at home. So I'm a little bit on the fence, so I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, folks. And 49% of you said you don't print, but you post on social media. Now, I understand why so many people post on social media now, because obviously that's what we all do. It's so easy to get noticed on social media, and obviously that's just the platform that we all use. But if I could ask all you who just only post on social media, in 2021, if you could pick your best image and get it printed, and get that print back and get it in your hand and hold it in your hand, even better, get it framed and get it put up on your wall, because it makes a great talking point to many visitors coming to the homes. It really does, folks, and you will admire your work so much more than just looking at it on a screen. Honestly, it makes a huge difference getting your prints printed and mounted and getting them hung up on a wall. It's almost like the finished cycle of photography. So I'd highly recommend at least once this year, get one of your favourite photographs printed. So this was another interesting question that I wanted to ask. I asked photographers, are you shooting mirrorless or DSLR? And the results are as followed. 36% said they're shooting mirrorless cameras. 29% said they're shooting on a DSLR, and 36% said they shoot both. So you, maybe like me, I kind of thought everybody was swinging towards mirrorless, but apparently not. DSLR is not dead. No matter what all of the big YouTube stars are saying, that DSLR is dying out. It's still there, it's still hanging in, and it's still doing the job for many people. Look, at the end of the day, folks, doesn't matter what camera we use. Every single camera on the market today, whether it be digital, film, they will capture the images you want to capture. So I don't think we should really get too hung up on what we're using, more about what we're creating. I think that's got to be the biggest thing going forward in 2021 for me. It's got to be about creating, and not the gear, more about creating. And this was another interesting poll that I posted also. I asked photographers, how many of you shoot both stills and video? 41% said they shoot both, which is great. 41% said stills only, which is also great, to be fair, because obviously not shooting video just allows you to concentrate on shooting the stills and making the most of that. 12% said they want to start shooting video, which is great. That's something else I want to dive further into this year, is shooting more video and having the video production quality step up quite a bit, because I think I've been lacking in that area, so I'm looking forward to try and step that up this year. And 6% said they're not interested in video at all. So I can understand why, because obviously we pick one side, stills or video, and it's easier just to focus on one. But I think a lot more photographers these days are adding both video and stills to their business and offering that as a service. So it's something I want to kind of just step my game up a whole lot in 2021, is the video side of things, which I'm looking forward to, because that's a great thing about photography, is obviously there's so much to learn, different genres, different techniques. It's a lifelong learning journey, and that's one of the things that really draws me to photography, and now video also. Now I think this will surprise a lot of people. It didn't surprise me, because I still use this mode pretty much all of the time, and I think this should eradicate all the big conversations and a lot of the negativity surrounding a lot of cameras who can't perform as well using face tracking, eye detect, all that kind of stuff. It's completely irrelevant. The question I posted, photographers, who still prefers to use single point EF? 80% of people who replied to the poll still prefer to use single point EF. Now I know for a fact that that is really mostly the case throughout a lot of professional photographers using cameras, regardless of whether they've got face or eye tracking on. They want to make sure they get that focus point exactly where they want it, so they're in full control of everything. And that kind of, I can relate to that because I still use that all of the time, product photography and even in portraits, folks. I know obviously the new technology makes it easier, but I think there's a lot of negativity out there about cameras not being able to do this, not being able to do that, because obviously this eye autofocus technology isn't up to scratch. But I can guarantee you, every single camera that you use, probably in single point AF, will perform the same. There'll be very little difference. I mean, if you look film, folks, you've got one focus mode, that is it. So it's not the be all and end all, this eye autofocus and all that kind of stuff. It's just not. It's who's behind the camera that makes the biggest difference. So I also asked photographers, how many of you guys shoot film or have ever shot film? 63% said they have shot film. 13% said no, they have not shot film. 19% said they would love to give it a go, and I would highly recommend anybody giving film photography a go, especially if you are you've never even used a film camera before ever. Maybe you were born into digital. I would highly recommend shooting film. I would even recommend developing your own film if you can. It's a great fun process. It's actually quite amazing going back over the history of film photography and kind of just reliving how it used to be done. Photography has kind of just sped forward so fast in such a short space of time. It's quite phenomenal where we are now to where it was, but still all of the processes along the way have all been so really good and just such a learning curve, whether it be digital, film, just everything involved in photography. The whole process has just been fantastic. So I'd highly recommend giving film photography a go. 6% said they're not interested. We can understand why. It is easy these days just to shoot something on digital, post social media, but I would still recommend giving film photography a go if you are interested in it. You won't be disappointed. It's a great fun learning process. So I thought this would be another interesting question to ask you guys. I asked photographers in general actually, what is your favourite natural light photography or flash photography? 80% of people said natural light photography. Obviously 20% said flash photography. Now I always advocate learning lighting by using natural light first. Forget about jumping straight into flash photography. I always say, pick yourself up a reflector, or which like a 5-in-1 reflector, with obviously allows you to bounce the light, allows you to diffuse that light, and go out there and just practice with that solely. You can use these on products, not just people. And it's a great way to learn lighting before you dive into flash photography. Once you've kind of got that lighting ideas down in your head, and once you've kind of learned how lighting works using the simplest forms, light in the sky with a reflector or a diffusion panel, but you want control over your lighting, that's where flash photography comes in. Obviously we cannot control the clouds in the sky, we cannot control natural light, but we can control flash photography. But it also allows you to create a certain look in an image all of the time, over and over again, and that's what's appealing to me about flash photography, is that you can control the outlook of your image every single time, and it's a fantastic learning curve also, because there's so much to learn in there and it's so creative. So yes, natural light, definitely the way to go when you're starting out, and then when you feel comfortable with that, or you want to kind of progress a little bit further, jump into flash photography. You will not be disappointed. So I also posted a poll asking if you use off-camera flash, so like speed lights and strobes, etc. 67% said yes, 33% said no. Now, if you're somebody who was kind of not wanted to try off-camera flash, again, I would go back to that other question that I asked about learning natural light, using natural light. And then if you want to have more control over it, then step into using off-camera flash. It's just such a creative way to create stunning images, whether it's portraits or product photography. You can have some light painting, you can have so much fun using lights in your photography. It really is a really creative way to express yourself and capture some amazing images. So this was more of a question I was asking you guys, but it was more kind of feedback for me. I asked if you guys want to see more photography composite and lighting walkthroughs on this channel, or more tech reviews. Now 67% of you said you want to see more lighting walkthroughs. Nobody was interested in the composites walkthroughs. Doesn't matter, that's fine. I'll still be posting more because I enjoy putting them out there, and I enjoy putting them together as well. Tech reviews, 33% said they want more tech reviews. So I will be putting more lighting walkthroughs on this channel. Actually, the next video after this will be a product photography shoot, which I'll walk through the whole of the lighting setup. We'll actually shoot it in the studio and I'll show you light by light how I shot that. Tech reviews. Now, when I bought the Z6, I was in two minds whether to do a lot of reviews about that camera, because I didn't want to kind of just promote the Z6 as this is the camera you should buy, but I was interested to see how the response from showing gadgets that a lot of people are interested in, how it would come across, and it's been fantastic. I've thoroughly enjoyed it because the reaction and the interaction that I've had with you guys has been absolutely fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it. So going forward, I will be doing a lot more tech reviews on this channel. I mean, why not? If everybody likes gadgets, I love gadgets. I love learning about gadgets, new technology, and I know you guys do too. So if I can add something to that, I'm going forward. So yes, I will be putting more tech reviews on this channel and more lighting walkthroughs also. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already, so you can see those coming in the future. Yes, more tech, more lighting. Okay. So this was just a little bit of fun. I put this out there for a little bit of laugh and giggle because it doesn't matter at all. I asked if you're brand loyal. A lot of people are. I kind of am. I've shot Nikon. I've always shot Nikon. Just solely down to the image quality. That was all it was. What brand are you currently shooting with? I asked. No, I can only post so many. So I posted Nikon, Canon, Sony, Panasonic, Olympus. 43% of people are shooting Nikon. So good on you, because that's what I shoot, Nikon. Not that it doesn't matter at all. 43% shoot Canon. Well done, guys. Canons are fantastic cameras. I've owned a few in the past. Love them. Beautiful skin tones, but I think Nikon's kind of caught up with that colour science now. So I don't think there's much in between them. I've always said that. Between Canon and Nikon, image quality is it's there, both of them. Apparently, according to this poll, nobody's shooting Sony. But it doesn't matter, there was only 7 people voted. So that's completely irrelevant anyways. And 14% are shooting Panasonic cameras. I've actually never shot a Panasonic camera. Nobody's shooting on Olympus. Who voted anyways? I've shot Olympus. Love those cameras, Olympus. Fuji, I couldn't get on there. I've shot Fuji as well. Fuji are absolutely brilliant. Lovely cameras. I love them too. Olympus, probably one of the most fun cameras I've ever used. Canon, great cameras to use. Nikon, just love them. So every camera on the market today, folks, is fantastic. I keep reiterating this, that there is no bad camera on the market. They will all do a fantastic job for you, and they will grab you all your images you will ever want. And to be honest, most of the cameras on the market today are more than enough for anybody. They've got that many features in them, you can get lost for a long time using that camera. That rounds up all of the polls on the community forum. I will be posting more polls on the forum, so be sure to check those out and give your vote also, because this could be another future video, maybe a regular thing on the channel where I ask you guys questions and then we'll review it all in a video. I think that could be a good idea going forward in 2021. I think I'll enjoy that. Yes. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thanks very much for watching, and I really appreciate the support that you guys have shown the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment in the comment section below with anything that we've been speaking about in the video. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. See you then.